What's up, YouTube? NBA Jerry here. I'm gonna talk about a couple subjects, topics in this video. All right, first thing, the Grizzlies, man. I'm very disappointed. And as an NBA fan, you want to see, every series go seven. If you're not rooting for any particular team, and I'm not. And now, it's pretty much guaranteed that they're not gonna, go past the Spurs now. They're down 3-0. I mean, I don't understand because in the first quarter they were double teamed Tony Parker and stuff like that, and they were up by 18 points at one point. I believe they were up by 16 going into the second quarter, and then they stopped doing that. The defense changed, and Tony Parker started doing his thing, and then all of a sudden the Grizzlies changed their whole body language and stuff like that, and then the Spurs got into their offense and everything else. And hey, I'm not taking anything away from the Spurs. The Spurs are a great championship contending team. But at the same time, you're home and you're down 0-2, and this is a must-win game. If you don't win, basically this is a game 7 for the Grizzlies. And they didn't come through, and I'm disappointed in that. So, hey, the Spurs are up 3-0. I don't know if they're going to get swept or not. They'll probably win 4-1 or 4-2. Who knows what's going to happen? But the numbers say that they definitely are not going to win the series, and everybody pretty much has counted them out. Especially the Spurs would have to absolutely break it down to lose the next 4 games to the Grizzlies. So, hey, like I said, congratulations to the Spurs. They're going to the NBA Finals. Now let's talk a little bit about the Heat and the Pacers, and what I think about that series. It's tied 1-1. A lot of people say that the Pacers should be up 2-0. And, I agree with that, but they're not. It's 1-1, and the Pacers did what they need to do. Do I believe the Heat are going to win this series? Like I said before, yes, they will, for the reasons I stated in the previous video. But also, I believe that the Pacers are not going to be that great at home against the Heat, and I believe the Heat will come out like gangbusters and win 1 or 2 of these games in Indiana. But let's just say they don't. People ask me if the LeBron James led Heat lose to the Pacers, what will that mean to his legacy? He'll be taking a big hit on his legacy, and I'm gonna tell you why. This guy is basically, as far as comparisons and his careers and stuff, he's always being compared to Jordan. That's what kind of talent he has. People don't compare him to Magic and Bird and stuff like that. And I'm not saying LeBron has surpassed him or anything. I'm just saying what the media and people, who they compare him to. They compare him to Jordan. Despite how great Wilt is and Kareem and Magic and Bird and Bill Russell and all these guys, LeBron gets leapfrogged over all these great players, and they just go to the greatest, to Jordan. And that's who he gets compared to. And I think rightfully so, because he's that talented. And if he loses this series, it's going to take a big hit. And also, I want to get back to that in a minute. I want to talk about something else. I made a comment in my video a few months ago when I said, LeBron James is better than Jordan, but Jordan's the greatest. And, I followed up with a couple of videos. And I basically said that LeBron, has done plays that I've never seen Jordan do. And there's one individual, I'm not going to say his name, that he just, for some reason, he can't comprehend that. He can't, or there's actually a few people that can't figure out why I think LeBron is better and Jordan's the greatest. And, Jordan, LeBron doing plays that Jordan couldn't do, and people don't understand what I mean by that. And I got this one particular guy, he's just trying to, change my mind. He basically saying that he's, showing me a clip of a certain play Jordan did that LeBron didn't. And then he says, well, do you change your mind now? Do you see this play Jordan did? He got this basket, a steal, and he got another steal or whatever. I never seen LeBron do that. So does that mean Jordan's better, or LeBron's never did that, or whatever? And here's what I have to say about that. Now, first of all, there's plays that Mario Chalmers has made that Jordan's never made. A particular sequence of plays or something like that. That doesn't mean Mario Chalmers is better than Jordan. When I say LeBron is better than Jordan, here's what I mean. And for those of you that never watched my video about that, and that you just heard that for the first time, yes, I said it. LeBron James to me is the best basketball player I've ever seen, including Jordan. And if you don't understand that or whatever, I break it down in that video, so you can go back and watch it. But basically what I mean by LeBron being better than Jordan is his physical talents. To me, he has a more all-around game than Jordan. I think Jordan's a better scorer. I think Jordan is mentally tougher. And I think Jordan is the greatest player. I mean, he has more accolades and more achievements, and he's done more in his career. But the better player is LeBron to me, because he does more. He can guard more positions. He's just a more well-rounded player. I mean, when the person said, hey, look at this play Jordan did, LeBron never did that. Well, I seen LeBron at the end of the half when he was driving in against the Pacers, and then he went up for a shot, and then at the last minute, he did that one-hand pass in the corner. I think it was the Ray Allen at the buzzer. I mean, I've seen Jordan make great passes, but not a pass like that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody make a pass like that. That doesn't mean, LeBron is better than Jordan because he made a play Jordan didn't make. That's not why I said LeBron is better than Jordan. The reason why I said LeBron is better than Jordan, because to me he's the most physically talented player I've ever seen. That's why I say that. So, when I make these videos, when I give my opinion, I'm not like the cartoonist, okay? I don't have to, get mad at you because you disagree with me and try to change people's mind. I don't do that. I just say what I say in a video because that's how I feel and that's my opinion. So if you turn around and give me an argument and you feel a certain way, that's fine. That's okay. You can feel any way you want. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to, make an announcement that I'm going to unblock people either, which is, I'll probably get into that in a minute. But, you got your right to your opinion, but that doesn't mean, and I'm not, don't respect your opinion because I'm saying you're not going to change my mind, but I see what I see, and nobody has to tell me about Jordan, about plays, because I've been watching him, since 1988. I've been watching basketball for 25 years now. I know what Jordan has done. So any clip you try to send me of Jordan, it's not going to be new because I've already seen it 9 times out of 10. So, that's my explanation on that. But back to the LeBron, the Heat losing to the Pacers. He would take a serious hit. To me, this would be the equivalent of Michael Jordan in 1998 losing to the Indiana Pacers in a 7-game series. Even though Jordan, was 35 years old and a lot older and stuff like that than LeBron is now, and it's different situations, different teams and everything else. But, obviously Jordan was favored in that series to go back to the championship, just like the Heat are. And even though it went 7 and it was a tough 7 for the Bulls back then, Michael Jordan guaranteed, I remember after Game 6 when they lost it, he guaranteed they were going to win Game 7, and they did. But this would probably be worse for the Heat, because not only are the Heat probably more favored than the Bulls were in Indiana, I'm not sure of the numbers, but their best player, Indiana's best player, hasn't played all season basically, and he's not playing in the series, and that's Danny Granger. So they're not even, that's ridiculous. Now, unfortunately for LeBron, the reason why he's the leader of the team, and I don't care what DaHalfTruth's talking about, and he knows this too, he'll never admit it, is because when they lose, you blame LeBron. And DaHalfTruth does the same thing, which he doesn't realize, but subliminally. This is why I can kill him in a debate. DaHalfTruth basically said LeBron's not a leader, Wade's a leader, but every time they lose, he blames it on LeBron. He doesn't blame it on Wade. So that doesn't make any sense. So which one? Is he the leader or not? Because if the leader is supposed to take responsibility for the loss or the win. So you can't have it both ways, half-truth. And that's why we call him the half-truth. Because 1 minute Wade's a leader when they win, but when they lose, LeBron is a choker. He's not a leader. He can't win, and it's all LeBron's fault. So, like I said, I'll eat him alive in a debate, and y'all know that. That's why I don't even do it. So if they lose this series, the Heat, LeBron will get the blame. He'll get all the blame because he's the best player. He got the blame for the loss the other night, and he played great. If it wasn't for LeBron, they would have got blown out by the Pacers. And folks, I hate to say this, the only reason the Heat are better than the Pacers is because of LeBron James. The Heat don't have a great team. LeBron makes that team great. Dwayne Wade is a great player. He's definitely not the player he used to be. And I tell people this all the time, even though he's on the decline and he's lost a little bit, the little bit he's lost, a lot of players didn't have. So he's still a great player and better than a lot of people, but he's definitely not a top 5 player anymore. You know, he's a complementary player, scorer, defensive player right now to LeBron James. And that's no slight. LeBron James is one of the greatest players in our league history. And Wade is a great player too. He's one of the greatest of all time too. But the thing is, when LeBron came to the Heat, Dwayne was probably at his best or at his peak of his mountain, or maybe going a little bit, getting a little bit better over the next year. And LeBron was getting better, and now Wade's getting worse, and LeBron's still getting better. And that's the difference between those two players. So if they lose the Pacers to the Pacers, LeBron is going to take a hit on his legacy. And to me, despite the things I said about the Pacers being a better team, except the difference of LeBron, I still expect the Heat to win because that's how great LeBron James is. And you know how I am. I'm hard on LeBron. I am. A lot of people call me a hater of LeBron James, but hey, he's my favorite player, and Jordan was my favorite player growing up, and I have high expectations and high standards for my favorite player. So he would definitely take a hit on his legacy if he loses in the Eastern Conference Finals after going to the championship and playing the way he did last year and losing to a team that doesn't have their best player. He would definitely take a hit on his legacy in my book because he's the greatest player in our league today. And there is no excuse for him to lose to the Indiana Pacers, especially when you had game 2 and you messed up and threw 2 bad passes, to the other team, especially to the power forward. So, I had to get that off my chest. Now, I seen a video from the Cartoonist, but the the Cartoonist made a video talking about he unblocked people from his channel or whatever. And I was like, oh, what? And of course he's got to make a big announcement about it. This guy is so damn arrogant. I swear to God, this dude really needs to get off his high horse. And YouTube is not that serious, man. But to him it is. YouTube for him, that this is, how he wants to feel. I don't know. He might have been a guy that didn't get a lot of attention or something when he was younger. I don't know. But what you can just tell the way he acts. He just needs, people to agree with him and stuff like that. And that's why he blocks people. He doesn't block people because he doesn't have to, his reasonings for blocking people. I guess he says he doesn't have time to comment or respond to the negative comments and stuff like that. Listen, man. And this is for him because I know he's listening, and all the people that follow him and the people that don't understand him. Let me explain. That's just a little built-in excuse. Let me explain how this works. He blocks people because they disagree with him. That's why. He's probably got all his comments, connected to his phone or something. So every time he gets a comment or an inbox, because he loves attention, he gets it immediately on his phone. So what he does is he responds to the one, because he's got his thing on approval or not approval, the comments. And if you look at, in the comment section, you won't see nothing disagreeing with him because he can't take it. And that's why he'll never make it or be big, because people disagree with him. He can't stand it. Now he's got a lot of subscribers. He's doing good. I'll give him that. He's got, I believe he's got 6,000 or 7,000 subscribers. I don't know. So he's doing good in that aspect. But the man knows what he's talking about. He's a very smart YouTuber. He's a very smart basketball, fanatic in all the sports he does. He's really good at what he does. But his weakness is he's too damn sensitive. And he's gotta stop doing that if he wants to make it. And I know he does want to make it because he spends so much time on YouTube and Twitter and. I guess his radio show's done, which of course he had to make a big announcement on that so people could praise him and stuff. That's what he needs in his life, I guess. And that's why he does these things. So I go to his channel because somebody told me about it. So I go to his channel and I look at the video, and basically he gets on his high horse. He wrote stuff on his video saying, oh, when you have a lot of subscribers like me, and if you got more, 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers, basically, bragging on himself, how many subscribers he's got, and he makes some lame excuses, man. This dude, listen, and it would be cool to see him, whatever he wants to accomplish, to see him accomplish it. Because some people think that I just hate this guy and I'm a hater and all this stuff. Listen, I'm not I don't hate anybody. Okay. Now, do I like him? No. I think he's a jackass. I think he's arrogant. I think he's full of himself. He's a liar, definitely. And he's a hypocrite and he's a dictator. That's what he is. He tries to act like he's not, but that's just what he is. Now, people can, call me a dictator and stuff. And people, not a dictator, but a hypocrite and a hater. And the reason why people call me a hypocrite because they say, "Oh, NBA Jerry, you need to leave him alone. I thought you was the guy that says treat people how you want to be treated, and I can't understand you. You try to be nice and then you diss him." Listen, the reason I do it is because I want him to diss me. I want him to make a video, and I've said that before. And the reason I do it because it's fun. It's YouTube. This ain't no fun when he's ignoring me and stuff like that. I like when he goes off on me, because he sounds like a lunatic when he does it. And to me, he is a sports lunatic. And I've said that before. For somebody to do everything that he does and spend that much time on sports, man, to me, that's just not normal behavior for me. But hey, I can see if you're Tim Legler or something like that, or I don't know, Jalen Rose, and writing everything down in the game, I guess that's cool because you're getting paid for it. But just doing it as a hobby, like he says, I don't know if that's a hobby. That sounds like life to me, because last time I checked, unless you got some kind of time machine or time warp, there's only 24 hours in a day. So, so then I read his little video, and he's talking about, the comment section, and I'm going to unblock you. And of course, if you read the comment section, everybody's agreeing with him. Thanks, man. Thanks, Cartoonist. Thanks for unblocking me. And da-da-da-da-da. Everybody prays. That's what he needs it, man. He must need it. So, and so then I go to read on, and it says something about, except for a few people, he didn't unblock. I said, I wonder who that is. So just for shits and giggles, what I do is I hit the I hit the subscribe button, and of course I can't subscribe. So I'm one of the ones that I'm one of the ones that still blocked. And I know why he can't unblock me. And I guarantee you this. I will guarantee you this. The people, and some of y'all that's listening to me are some of the people he's unblocked. And I will guarantee this. He still has his comments on approval or disapproval. So you still can't disagree with him. You just, he unblocked you. I'm going to give you a second chance so he can get praised. To put himself on a high horse. He uses those mental tricks to make you guys think that he's bigger than what he is. He's a sports nerd. He sits at home all day and does sports. That's it. He ain't nobody special. And I tell people that about me and the truth too. And everybody, listen, we're not famous, man. I guarantee you I can go to every college in America and say, hey, I'm not going to say his name, but I can say, hey, the Cartoonist is coming to your school to talk about LeBron. Say his name. And they'd be like, who is that? Who's that? Including his school. I can go to his school and say it. They'd be like, they don't know who he is. So just because you got a couple of fans on YouTube and on Twitter, man, just stop it, dog. Okay, just stop it. I know you need the attention and stuff like that and whatever. And hey, and I'm making these videos because I can't talk to him because he blocked me. So hey, just keep doing what you're doing. You're not gonna make it doing what you're doing now. And like I said, I've taken some marketing classes and stuff like that. And if you want to make it, they say don't bash your competition to the highest level. And basically what he's saying is ESPN sucks. They're garbage. They're the Disney Channel. He dissed TNT. He's dissing NBA TV. So subliminally, he's basically saying, just watch me, I guess. And if that's not a lunatic, I don't know what is. So let me know your thoughts on the on the Heat game. I had to say it. I'm sorry. I know y'all gonna get mad at me, boy. But hey, and the thing is, y'all don't get mad when I go off on the half-truth. Half-truth's my boy though, but he's still a he's a LeBron hater and stuff, and he's always claiming he won and beat me in the debate. Listen, I ain't going nowhere to half-truth, and you know that. So let me know your thoughts on the games, LeBron James, the Cartoonist, the half-truth, or whatever. And the reason why I talk about the half-truth and the Cartoonist is because some people want to hear about it, and some people don't. And if you don't, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So let me know your thoughts, guys. All right? Thanks.